Hey buddy, Luxinda Swirl here. I don't know if you remember this ugly tray. I poured some paint through a little drain strainer thing and it turned out like this, and I've been using it to haul paints around, so it's got some paint marks in it. I figured its time has come to be resined. We're just going to cover it all up with some really pretty resin and make this ugly go away. I'm going to be using KS resin. This is the liquid stone epoxy. This is their countertop epoxy, as opposed to their art. So this has a shorter working time, so I'm working kind of fast. Hopefully I'll have enough time to get everything done. Here's my plan, and then once I actually start, as you know, I'll be putting on the gear and not talking anymore. So you'll just be watching what's going on. I want to try doing a variety of greens and a gold. I was going to do one of the greens as an alcohol ink, which would make the resin I colored green but also translucent, transparent-ish, but then you would see this ugly behind it. So I'm going to mix this green with a little bit of opaque white. Whoops. So this will be an opaque light green. I have neon green mica that I'm going to try. Links for everything will be down in the description area. I have my Crafter's Choice green mica. What's this called? New Tone green mica. Really pretty green sparkly mica. And I'm also going to try coloring a little bit of the resin with Artist Loft metallic leaf green. I've used most of this as pouring paint already, but there's enough left in here because it just takes a little pea-size amount. We're not going to use very much resin. This whole thing should take about 5 ounces, so the calculator tells me. I'm going to make up 6 ounces, and if I do actually end up with extra, I have a nifty little geode type mold that I can pour that in. Okay, so I have my 2 green micas, I have my metallic green acrylic paint. Some of the resin I will put a whole bunch of this pretty glitter in. This is called Emerald City. Go figure, right? It's a beautiful glitter. And then I'm going to do some as it's a sort of holographic prism, based gold, but you know, it shows off all sorts of different colors. So I'm going to put that in some of the resin. And I think that's going to get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll have 6 little cups with different colored greens, and I'm going to try and do some designy things in the 15 minutes of work time I'll have. So, having said all that, I'm going to gear up and we'll get started. Hey everybody, we're back. We are going to check on our green resin tray and see how it turned out. Alrighty, looking good. It's still green. Let's put the coaster aside for now and take a look at the tray. I like it. Look at that. It's because I use the quick setup countertop resin. A lot of the swirls I made at the end are still visible. If I had used the art coat, which has a 45-minute working time instead of a 15-minute working time, I think there would have been a whole lot more movement after I stopped fiddling with everything. The downside to the quick setup is that when I came back 15 minutes later, after I turned off the camera, and went to pop more bubbles on the surface, this had already gotten... It wasn't hard like this. My finger would have made an impression, but it wasn't moving anymore at all, which means that there are some bubbles that I couldn't get out. But honestly, you know what? I don't see them as being a terrible detriment, and I really like how this looks. Way better than I liked the paint that was there before. My first thought when I pulled the cover off is this is like a topographic map of the world's ritziest golf course. And I'm sure all my golfer friends out there who watch this are going to be laughing especially hard because this is probably like no golf course. But, you know, gold sand pits, blue lakes, sure, why not? Or maybe just a very, very enchanted forest with lots of sparkly things. Yeah, we'll do that, enchanted forest. Anyway, I'm very happy with how this turned out. Let's take a quick look at our resin coaster. I had almost exactly the right amount. There's an air bubble I couldn't get out because it had already set up when I came back to hit it with a heat gun one more time. Ooh, look at that. Look at the sparkles. That glitter was fun. I wish I'd had enough of this green glitter to go all the way around the outside. So I used what I had. I think this is really pretty. I am going to I have a metallic gilding pen in gold and one in silver. I think gold is appropriate here. And I will go over the entire outside. I'll show you that right now. Here is the pen I'm using. It's a Craftsmart metallic paint pen. I got it from Michaels. And I will just do a little bit so you see what I'm talking about here. But if you use the pen very carefully around the outside, you can make the entire thing look like it's got gold edges or silver, or they have different colored metallics in these pens. It's a little hard to do some of the rougher areas. I may have to get a paintbrush or a Q-tip maybe and go in, take care of those spaces. But I think that looks really pretty. Put that all the way around and that will look even snazzier than it already does. Okay folks, thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe and I will see you in the next video.